Hi, I'm Rhea. I am an IB 19 and I'm originally from Albania. I came to St Clare's to do the IB Diploma course, and I did higher level maths, chemistry, biology, and standard level ESS, English B, and Albanian literature. Ever since I was very young, I kind of knew I always wanted to do science, and back home there were very limited opportunities to explore doing practical science, so there weren't really any labs or anything where you could kind of explore your passion for science. So it became almost imperative for me to look to find opportunities and study abroad. And I came across St Clare's, and it looked like an incredible community to be part of, an international school right in the middle of Oxford, the city of knowledge. And I got a scholarship to come and study here, and it was definitely, I would say, one of the most life-changing moments that I've had so far, both personally and academically. I really enjoyed, obviously, all the subjects that I was doing both at higher and standard level, and something really special about the way that, special about the IB, but also how St Clare's does and delivers the IB to students is the focus on critical thinking. And especially this is so crucial for someone who's an aspiring scientist, because you can't do proper science if you just focus on memory-based learning, right? Like, you need resources, you need that kind of critical thinking and approach to coming up not just with the right answers to questions in the exam, but also thinking about what are the right questions to ask to begin with. And I really like that focus, on both learning, obviously, the course material, but also thinking about it critically, thinking about the ethical implications of scientific advancements. And obviously, what makes St Clare's great is, certainly the people. And I really enjoyed being taught by people who are clearly experts in the subjects that they teach. And that, combined with all the amazing facilities and resources that the school has to offer, and also all the friends that I was sharing all the highs and lows of the IB with, was, like the perfect combination, and one of the best experiences of my life. First of all, after I graduated from St Clare's, I went on to study molecular bioengineering, so integrated Masters of Engineering at Imperial College London. And I'm currently doing a PhD, or DPhil as we like to call it at Oxford, also in bioengineering. The way that the IB prepared me was obviously getting good foundational knowledge of maths and sciences, and also, laying the foundations for how to undertake an independent research project through things like the internal assessments or the extended essay. And apart from learning about, more about science and maths and exploring those subjects further in the context of, these pieces of coursework, I was also able to start to balance, finding your scientific interests and also prioritizing, meeting deadlines and balancing that with other university applications. So it was really a very good preparation for the current work that I do as a research scientist. My PhD focuses on developing a cell-based therapy for type 1 diabetes. I would not have been half the scientist I am today without my teachers, but obviously, the career services as well. So when I came from Albania, there was virtually no, career support in the public education system, at least. So having that as a separate department was something, completely new to me, and a resource that I was extremely lucky to have. From writing personal statements to channeling all the passion that I had about science into, a good university application that would make you a competitive applicant to then be admitted, to highly competitive universities was an incredible help. But also they provided so much emotional support throughout the whole process, because, you come here, it's the first time away from home for so many international students especially, and you have to balance, finding your way around in a new country, learning a new culture, and then doing well in your classes while also submitting university applications. And, the whole combination can be quite challenging, and not only were they extremely helpful when it came to helping prepare me for university applications and interviews and, personal statements and like common app essays and whatever it was, but also, being like always cheering me on, and even at the times when I really thought I could not do it, they were always there always extremely supportive, and they actually continue to be supportive to this day. Whenever I have a question, I'll just pop them an email or a message, and they still continue to be helpful, even now that I'm doing a PhD. Everything. I had so many firsts here. For the first time in my life, I was actually able to wear a lab coat, which is something that I thought only scientists in sci-fi movies would do, right? Walking into a lab for the first time, having the opportunity to, play football. And for people who know me, I'm a crazy football fan, and much like with science, I didn't really have the opportunity to, as a girl, play football in Albania. It wasn't that much of a thing. So I came here. I wasn't good at it by any means, but it was a fantastic experience to try. I think the trips, the field trips in Wales, and where else did we go? I think with ESS, there was a fantastic bonding experience, but also learning experience in the subject. And the final, I guess, the graduation ball, going to MUN, just so many memories. It's really hard to pick just one of them. I remember the first time I came to Oxford was for a scholarship day. And I had obviously Googled Oxford, and I vaguely knew what it looked like, the quintessential kind of Oxford Radcliffe camera, and, that's the typical view. But I don't know, when I came here, it felt first of all, it felt like home immediately. It was such an interesting feeling, and then being able to study for 2 years in the city of knowledge, and obviously apart from the amazing resources at St Clare's, being able to just go after lessons and go to an open lecture in university. I've had the opportunity to attend so many lectures, for example, in the physics, the biochemistry department, which was so helpful and such a formative experience for me, and helped me so much when it came to writing my personal statement and kind of extracurricular academic experiences outside of the classroom that I could mention in my university applications. And just, I don't know, I remember we had a talk from, the head of the European Space Agency at physics, and it was just an open lecture that you could just show up in, and it was incredible, right? So where else would you get such opportunities? I think living in Oxford is an absolutely fantastic experience, and definitely one of the main components of what makes being a student at St Clare's so great. Well, 100% yes. It's as I said, one of the most life-changing experiences, probably the most life-changing experience I've had. It was such a smooth transition between coming from a small country to then going on to London to do, to go to university there. And from the very basic things of, starting to live independently, managing your own finances, going, handling anything from groceries to cooking for yourself, which, we did used to have an amazing dining hall, but still we could make our little snacks, midnight snacks, if we ever wanted to. And that combined with, I would say, the unparalleled academic experience and the teachers and the international community, which is such a privilege to be part of. And it has taught me so much about the world that we live in, being exposed to so many different experiences and worldviews. It's been obviously life-changing and such a formative experience for me as a scientist, but also, as a global citizen, for sure.